Hi, here we are on day one of creating a life in balance, revving up for success. Thanks for joining me today. We're going to work together on helping you create a life in balance that empowers your health, your wealth, and your relationships for living an extraordinary life. It's a great place to be and a great place to wrap your head around that you're going to be there in just real quickly. We're going on this journey for the next 7 days to identify the areas of your life that must be considered to rev up for success and live a life you love. A life that's fulfilling, full of fun and freedom. Uh, I love to think of life in balance as living the 5 essential areas that we have to create and not neglect any of them. And actually, I like to call them 5 plus 1 essential elements for living that extraordinary life. So, as we go on this journey and living this life in balance, we're always considering the 5 plus 1 in our health, our wealth, our relationships, our accomplishments, as well as our professional image, how we're showing up to the world, how they see us. Where do you want to start? You pick the area you want to work on, and that's where you can start. In the next 7 days, you're going to gain the tools and the information and the tips on how to get you on course to get to those areas and work on those areas that you have in mind, that you've already thought of. Hopefully, you've already brought something up. Otherwise, you wouldn't be on this 7 days if you didn't have some areas you wanted to work on. So I know that you're serious about doing something, right? Raise your hand. I'm serious about doing something. So we're going to start with your vision and your dream. That's the first step of getting started and to living powerfully and to being on that road to success. Your vision is the big picture of what's possible. A vision is simply what you can see something that you is simply to see something that you can see in your mind, that you can wrap your mind around, that you can really connect with. And as you do that, it helps you take quantum leaps onto your success journey. And remember, there's no limits. I love that. We can do whatever we want to do. So just stay in that game. Your dreams are your emotions. Now, your vision is what you can see, get your mind wrapped around. Your dream is the emotional piece to moving forward on your success. So these emotions bring around aspirations, ambition, energy to achieve what you really want to do. The bigger things, the bigger picture. The vision is the vehicle, or the dream is the gas. So think of your car, and that's the vehicle or your vision, and think of your gas that you put into the car as the fuel. That's your dreams. So it takes the dreams to fuel the vision. So it's one thing to have great ideas, but if we don't have the energy and the ambition and the excitement to accomplish it, it's going to go sour on you, as my dad used to say. Don't let it go sour on you. Well, I want to show you a practical thing on how to do the dream and the vision. So I want you to think of a rubber band, and down here we're going to insert the vision. And the vision's going to draw you to your dream. Your dream's going to pull it along. Your dream is powerful enough to pull your vision. Without the dream, just the vision, it just hangs here. Nothing's happening. So you want to make sure that you have both pieces, the dream and the vision. Now, if you just have a dream and no vision, nothing's going to happen either. It takes both. So just keep that in mind. So do you know what your vision is? Do you know what your dream is? And if you don't worry about it, because we're going to help you with that. Because I know some people are starting to wonder, I have no idea what my vision is. I don't have a clue. Now, some people have known for years what their vision is. They know that they want to make a difference in the world. They know that they want to go out and cure a disease. They want to go out and save children. They want to make a lot of money. They want to write a book. They want to be a famous speaker on stages. They want to be a teacher. That's a great ambition, by the way. I was one for 22 years. But, your vision can be established at any point in your life. Don't worry about that. If you don't have it figured out, I'm going to give you some steps to do that right now. So I want you to let your imagination go, and I want you to have out a piece of paper, and this is what I want you to capture. So as you are writing down these questions, you don't have to answer them right now. In fact, I don't want you to answer them right now. I want you to think about them. I want you to take time to really think this through. So what do you want in your life? Where do you want it to be in the next 5 or to 10 years? In your relationships, in your health, in your finances, and if it's finances, I want you to put a number down. How much money do you want to be making in 5 to 10 years? Write the number down. For some of us, I know that's hard. I remember the first time doing this, I could only put like 6 figures. I couldn't write an amount. But now I can do that very easily. I feel very confident in what I can achieve because my vision and my dreams are huge. So I want that for you too. How would you like to earn that money? Do you want to do it through your dream job? Do you want to do it through a dream business? Do you have a career in mind? Let me just tell you, don't wait for the lottery. The lottery is not going to come to everybody. It might come to one or two of you that are listening, or it may never come. That's a pretty risky thing to hang your hat on that. That's a big gamble. Don't gamble your life away like that, or your ambitions or your dreams. Don't take a chance like that. The next step, number 5, is how do you envision yourself? How do you see yourself? How do you look at yourself, see yourself in the future, sitting there 5, 10 years from now? How do I see myself? What do I look like? What do I look like physically? What do I look like intellectually? Weigh all of those issues. What do you see? And then what kind of house do you live in is question 6. 7 is what kind of car do you drive? Do you drive a Ferrari? By the way, I just saw a picture of a Ferrari this morning, worth $1.3 million. I'm thinking that might be a nice car to sit in at some point. That could be something to dream about. Do I have a vision for it? No, but it could be fun to sit in it. A little dream of that. But that was kind of fun to see that kind of car. But what kind of car do you see yourself in? You might see yourself in that $1.3 million car. Why not dream big? We're going to be talking about dreaming big. How and where are you creating fun in your life? You don't want to neglect that. It's so important. People go through their life so serious about reaching a goal that they forget to have fun and freedom. And you know what? All play and no fun makes Jack a dull boy and girl a frumpy girl, unhappy girl. So we don't want that. And then who are your friends? It's important that you think about your friends. Are they empowering your life? Are you empowering their life? Is there a richness in there? Is there something that, as you look forward 5 to 10 years from now, who are those people that you want to have in your life that are still there? So write down your answers, whether you can actually believe that they're possible right now or not. I want you to write them down because when we are creating a vision, our dream will support it. So as you start to see yourself in it and let that emotion come into it, you'll soon believe it, and you'll believe in your endless possibilities. So dream and dream big while you're at it. Don't shortchange yourself. Why is this also important to know? I believe that it can be the difference between happy and living in disappointment. And I don't want you to be living in disappointment. So I want you to stay in this game with me these next 7 days and really be empowered for you to have your dreams that embrace you and cause you to be engaged in some greatness coming your way. Our dreams embrace our most cherished longings. So deep inside of us, we feel this. We gain great satisfaction from dreaming things that show us a light on what's possible for us. And then it shows up our identity also. Zig Ziglar says, if you can dream it, you can achieve it. If you can dream it, you can achieve it. If you can dream it, you can achieve it. Not so long ago, I had a client that wanted to get healthy and just couldn't get motivated to accomplish what he wanted. I asked him, what health looked like to him? And I asked him to write it down, a description of that. And so he started to write down the description. And then he shared this vision of health. And I asked if he could picture himself there, because he had now written down what health looked like. could he see himself being healthy? And he wasn't quite sure. He wasn't sure he could do it. He wasn't sure he could do what it would take to be at that level of health. So I asked him, why did he want to get there? What was his why? And he started to think about it, and he started to share. He had 5 grandchildren, small grandchildren, young, so they're full of energy, vim and vinegar, no stopping them. And they loved playing with Grandpa. This is a really nice guy, gentle spirit, loving man, and they loved being with him, and they wanted to share time with him, and he wanted it badly. And he would go outside, and he would play hide and seek with them, but he was so sad when he told me this, and it made me feel sad, that he said, I always have to stand at the tree. I can't run and hide. I'm too heavy. I run out of breath. My knees and feet hurt. I just can't do it. And I could just sense how sad he felt. And so as we started to talk about his why, what did he dream of doing when he reached a goal? Now he started to tell me what he would like to be. He'd like to be able to run and play. I said, can you see it? Can you see it? Can you get your head wrapped around it? And he said, yeah, I can. And I said, you're not out of breath. You're happy, you're laughing, you're running, you're hiding, you're running back to the tree to be safe. The kids are laughing and giggling, and you're rolling in the grass, playing with them and throwing them up in the air, having such a great time. Can you see it? And he said, yes. Now we start on the journey. And like maybe 4.5, 5 months later, I don't even think it was that long, he'd lost like 50 pounds and more. He was coming in for my coaching, and he was showing me his new clothes. He got new jeans. He had a new belt with a great belt buckle. He was so proud. He had boots. He was having a great time even getting dressed. He was having fun with that. And he was telling me the stories of running and playing with his grandkids, and even taking on some other activities himself, where he joined some walking clubs, some jogging clubs, and bike clubs, and just totally full of energy. His life turned around, and it was just, his dream was triggered, or his vision was triggered by his dream, and it fed it the energy that it needed, and that was what gave him this wonderful reality, this wonderful outcome. Excuse me, just a sec. Okay, there we go. I got a little emotional there, I'm sorry, because it's such a dear story to my heart. I've worked with people that have lost their dream. They really felt as if they were on a downhill slope and that there was no stopping them. And their mindset plays out harshly when that happens on your relationships, on your health, and certainly on accomplishing any real wealth or financial picture that makes us happy. But don't be discouraged, because here are some easy things to do that stop that downward slide, that downward slope, and get you to be able to climb up again. Just a little second more. Boy, that little emotional moment got to me. So the very first thing you need is to have a big dream. That's essential. You got to start there. One of my clients once said to me, not actually so long ago, said, for years I went through the motions until one day I realized that I was so caught up in day-to-day living that I forgot all about my dream and my future goals. So how did this happen, he said to me. And this is why it's so important to keep your life in balance, because he became so focused on making, let's say that number, whatever, that 6-figure number, I'll just throw out $150,000 in that year, that he became so focused on that he neglected other things in his life. But he became such a workaholic, which is not bad. I don't want to say anything negative about it, but he became so work driven that he didn't even remember why he was doing it. He forgot what his original dream was. And if we don't have that dream, the Bible says if you don't have a dream, you'll perish. So, and you don't have a vision, you'll perish. So we need both. So he stepped back and he used some of our tools that we're going to come up with in the next 6 days after this, the other 6 areas, the keys. And he used some of those tools, and he got his life back in balance. So important, life in balance. and remember what his dream was. Can't you imagine how much more fun it is to go to work every day when your life's in balance? This is what I do every day. And I encourage you to do the same thing. Get out of bed in the morning, throw your hands up in the air, and say, I love my life. I love my life. And when you do that, my gosh, your heartbeat goes faster. You feel energized. How can your day not be wonderful when you do that? And that's now it's fun for him to get up every day and start off because he knew what his dream was and he knew what he was going after. And now he had a purpose. He had a reason for doing what he was doing. So the first one that we're talking about is have a big dream. That's essential. The next thing is important is it requires focus on your dream. You have to focus. You can't have too many ideas. So many ideas come at us every day through TV and computers, the internet, audios that we're listening to, seminars we go to, create so many ideas. And particularly for anybody that's entrepreneurial, it's really harder to stay focused. And I'm an entrepreneur myself, so I'm not downputting anybody that's an entrepreneur. But we really need to stay focused on our dream. Why are we doing what we're doing? And keep that our main focus. We may have to post it on a wall in front of us or around us or put it on the bathroom mirror, either way. And my bathroom didn't have a window, so I put it on the mirror. But so if you plaster it in front of you, it keeps you reminded so you can stay focused. And then let others help you. Number 3, let others help you act on your dream. When working together for a common goal, I believe ordinary people can do extraordinary things. So that's what I really hope that you'll keep in mind. Link arms with other people. They really want to join in on your dream because your dream has energy and it energizes them and their dream too. So, boy, isn't that powerful? Not only are you being energized, they're being energized for their dream too. Oprah once said, feel the power that comes from focusing on what excites you. So what excites you? Planning for a vacation, going to amusement park and riding the roller coaster. What excites you? Going out to a wonderful dinner, taking your sweetheart on a wonderful trip. My husband and I took a 7,000-mile trip in our motorhome last year. Believe me, that totally excited us. That was a really fun trip, a first for us. And we did it in 5 weeks plus 1 day. I'm into the 5 plus 1, and it was exciting. Well, I want to leave you with an assignment for beginning your journey for outrageous success and living that life in balance that I keep talking about. So here's the 6 steps. I want you to write them down. 6 easy steps. Number 1, get in touch with your dream. The next one is, number 2, read books, listen to audios, hear people's stories that are on the same path that you want to be on, that inspire you and motivate you and maybe teach you and give you tools to make your journey easier. So, and take notes when you're listening to these people or going to seminars. Do things that empower and enrich you on your journey. Number 3, establish a community. Find others that are going to support your dreams. We were just talking about that. So you don't want to run around with people that are putting down your possibilities. You want to be with people that encourage your possibilities. Number 4, identify, and back to that community, let me mention that. Join in with people that are a couple steps ahead of you. Let them mentor you. And then maybe you're a couple steps ahead of somebody else. You can mentor them because believe me, you cannot give our life and really living powerfully on this earth. We were designed to help others. And in that helping others, things come back to us that empower us. You can't outgive. It comes back to you 100-fold. You know the law of the universe. It just is. So the more you give, the more that comes your way. So as you're working with others, try to pick some people that you admire that are ahead of you in the game. Ask them questions. Hang out with them. Find out where they go. Ask to spend some time with them. Have coffee with them. Ask them great questions. How did you get where you are? What did you do to create what you've created? Those are the kind of people you want to hang out with. Number 4, identify possible obstacles that might stand in the way of your dream. Evaluate if they're important and important enough to sidetrack them. This might be a mindset. It might be you have a fear about doing something that would really help you and benefit you in what you're doing to enhance your finances or enhance your health. It might be, let's talk about health because we already heard a health story. Let's talk about health. You want to really get healthy. You decided you're giving up sweets. You go hang out with people that they just really want to go out for dessert all the time. They don't want to go just for nice healthy salads and soup and those kind of things. They just want to go for dessert. And that's really sabotaging what you want to accomplish. Is that going to help you? If you go with them and you mess up, are you going to say, oh, I'm such a failure? No, don't make the mistake of stepping out with people that are going to cause you to go down the wrong path. That's an obstacle. Or prepare yourself so that you know ahead of time so that you can resist and you have some dessert choices that maybe are fruit or something healthy that are going to help sustain you on this goal of you being healthier every day. I love being healthy because it makes me more energized. And I want to live a long time, by the way, so I really want to stay on that healthy path. It might be an obstacle of, like I said, this fear. Maybe you need to be out making some more calls on people to build your business. Maybe you need to get in front of some people and do some speaking, but you feel afraid to get in front of people. That could be an obstacle. How can we get over that? We might go to Toastmasters and gain some skills in speaking. So now when we go out networking or we go to promote our business in front of a few people or we lead a meeting at work, we're not afraid because we've been in a place where we're learning those skills and becoming triumphant over those fears. So watch out for the roadblocks. Don't be afraid to name them for what they are. Be aware of them. And we'll get back to that. And if you need help on that, you can always get a hold of me. Step 5 is make necessary changes in your life to break the cycle that keeps you from moving forward or even keeps you frozen from stepping forward. And some of that's those roadblocks. Another thing I like to encourage you to do. First thing in the morning when you get up, actually, better yet, look at it before you go to sleep at night. Take those areas that we're talking about. You know, how much money would you like to make? Where do you want to be in your health? Where do you want to be in friendships and relationships? Where do you want to be in those different areas and start naming them? Maybe if you want to make $150,000 this year, write that on your card. That's your goal. That's your big goal. Your big, as I like to say, hairy, audacious goal. I got that from Darren Hardy, by the way. I didn't come up with it. Anyway, so with that, on the 3x5 card, you look at it when you go to sleep at night. And so all night you're sleeping on it. You're getting creative ideas while you're asleep because that's when we're the most creative. Then you wake up in the morning, you look at it once more before you get out of bed and go like, I love my life. And so now all day long you're carrying those thoughts, those positive thoughts of what you want to create in your life. And then number 6 is set clear, exciting, and inspiring goals. Set goals that are inspiring you. Don't set goals that aren't too inspiring or somebody else's goals. Set goals that are inspiring you. And then my next thought for you is to end tonight or today with is, or this session with, our step 1, step into action, dream big dreams, and enjoy your endless possibilities. So have a vision, have a dream, and then believe that it all is possible. We will see you next time on step number 2. Bye for now.